what Buddy doing. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Throw the Yaz on. Let me get to it. Let's get to it.
We'll see the Golden State Warriors facing the New York Knicks. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Here's Towns. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup. But anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. That's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now here's Curry. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Outside Pajemski. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 5. With the drive. And Anunoby pulls it down. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. Curry with the block.
The tremendous defensive effort from Stephen Curry. Believe me, his teammates will hear about that denial.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Now here's Hart. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Outside Curry. From outside, off the mark.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Right side, Brunson. Let's go with a 3. He drops it from range.
Well, the high-value three-point shot from the corners. Jalen Brunson steps in and knocks it down.
Here's Butler. Sweet little floater.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
They set the screen. Here's Brunson. Rebounded by Green. Pass to Butler. That shot, no good. And some solid defense from Towns. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with him about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Really gonna go crazy.
They get it back. Green for 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Well, you have to respect how aggressive Draymond Green is. He's got the ball in his hands. He's ready to fire.
Here's Towns. Over Green. New York again can't hit. And so it's Golden State with it. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, do you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
And it's Brunson missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Pajemski. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Back to Brunson. Inside. Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 6 points.
That is Jalen Brunson showing you how to operate as the ball handler in pick and roll. What a pretty assist. What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
To the inside. Towns. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
That, to me, is about Karl Anthony Towns carving out position on the interior. Such a pretty play.
Here's Butler, and it's New York with a rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And the basket by Curry.
Ideally, you want to chase Stephen Curry off the three-point line, but folks, it is not as easy as you might think.
Right side, Brunson. Back to Towns. To the middle. Pulls it. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. He's got 5.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
Pass to Green. Here's Curry. Towns with a rebound.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for New York?
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. The speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration. Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Yeah, Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Warriors trail by 3. Moody on the wing. 4-3. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Robinson in the post. And here's Payne outside. They grab their own miss. And the foul called on Brandon Podziemski. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Here's Robinson. That one goes. Count it. Robinson's got his first bucket in this one.
What a presence Mitchell Robinson has given this team on the interior. He knows he can be a threat on the offensive glass.
Out to the right wing. Right side Payne. Takes it inside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Warriors. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. Now here's McBride. Still without a bucket. Pass to Payne. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors trailing. Podziemski with it. Outside for Green. And here's Curry for 3. Money! Stephen Curry, the three-point king.
Yeah.
Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Brunson. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
And Looney with the slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Now here's Brunson. He's got 7. Drives to the hoop. Rebounded by Butler. Butler, he's too much close to the rim.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
The Warriors lead by 3. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Pass to Curry. There's the triple. Hart pulls it in. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Anunoby. Outside Brunson. 4 on the clock. Over Butler. And it's Brunson missing. Now the Warriors with it. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Pass to Looney. Outside Butler. And stolen by Brunson. Fires the 3.
Come on. Come on, boy.
Here's Robinson. The kick out to Brunson. Goes back up.
And 1.
And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. It's on Stephen Curry.
Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. Boy, this guy can light you up.
The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll tell you this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
Now here's Curry. 6 points for him. Here's Butler. And again, no good by Golden State. New York trailing. Left side Brunson. Takes the 3. That one's down for Brunson.
Yeah, simply stated, Jalen Brunson filling it up right now. There are no signs that he's slowing down anytime soon.
And here's Curry for 3. Hart pulls it in. And here's Brunson from the arc. No luck on that one. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. New York out in front, up by 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Substitution for your Knicks.
Curry looking it over. Robinson with the block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Bridges has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Butler. Moody from outside. They get it again. And here's Curry. Now Butler. The 3.
Get the rebound.
Outside Pajemski. Lets it go from deep. Curry's shot is off.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Outside Brunson. 6 to shoot. With the floater. Looney grabs a miss.
Good.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Yeah.
Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
BA, it's incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
Now here's Brunson. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. And Doris, you talk about the bounciest big men in the association. Mitchell Robinson's on the short list.
Come on now, this guy is a game changer as a lob threat and rim protector. He's grown up so much in terms of avoiding foul trouble, and he's putting in the work on the offensive end. Mitchell Robinson is a big-time player.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
City Dancer.
Good on the second one. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Bridges. And the Knicks miss again. Outside heel. Pass to Payton. Here's Kuminga. And here's Curry for three. Achua with a rebound.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him. Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Hield. After the basket by New York on the other end. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, Hield usually does his work on the perimeter. How about that finish inside?
Pass to Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
New York leading by 6. Bridges outside. A minute 37 left in the third quarter. Pass to Achua. Outside Payne. For three, Bridges. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Curry. Towns with a rebound. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Down low. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Draymond Green.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
And so Towns nails them both. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
With the second effort, over to the wing. Outside Payne. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. New York, no good that time either. Warriors trail by 8. Here's Payton. Driving to the basket. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And it's going to go on Cameron Payne. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Right side, Brunson. Shoots it from the corner. Hits the front of the rim and out. Warriors trail by 6.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Here's Brunson. And he gets that one.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And that'll do it for the third quarter.
Yeah.
New York out in front, up 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as...
The Knicks, 34. The Warriors.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. New York leading by 5. And here's Brunson to the paint. Here's Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Achua with the dunk.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
So New York going with almost an entirely new group here.
Substitution for your...
And here's Curry for 3. He buries it from 3.
Boy, how fast is Stephen Curry's release on the catch. Wow.
Bridges with it. And it's Hield picking him up.
3 points.
Right side Harden. And it's in there.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Shot is good by Curry.
I'll tell you, it is a thing of beauty watching Steph Curry shoot jumpers. An unbelievable feel and touch.
Baseline jumper. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Oh, stolen by Anunoby. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. Coach cautioned his team against feeling comfortable. He said the moment we take our foot off the gas, they're back in it. Let's push through the finish line. Brian?
And Allie, thanks. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And Steve Kerr calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Making up for that was your Knicks sitting answer.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Outside Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by Moody. Warriors trail by 7. It's Podziemski on the wing. On the wing, Curry. Shoots over Bridges. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. New York leading by 7. And Butler with the block.
Boy, the size and anticipation of Jimmy Butler. He sends that one back from whence it came.
Towns, right side. Bridges outside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, they're playing with fire, putting Mikal Bridges on the free throw line. This guy's so comfortable at the charity stripe.
Bridges hits them both. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Podziemski. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Bridges outside. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Curry, no good.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Pass to Anunoby. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Here's Podziemski. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Now, Jimmy Butler is an unselfish teammate. This guy loves to get his teammates involved.
Inside. Here's Towns. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
That's how you up the ante. Yeah. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays. Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
To the inside. The kick out to Brunson. Back to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. And it's powered home by Towns.
Now that Towns is rolling, boy, you just deliver the ball on time and on target, he will do the rest.
Here's Moody. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Right side, Brunson. Outside, Hart. Towns outside. Three-pointer. Tries again. Outside, Anunoby. Back to Towns. Clock at 4. Over Butler. Towns can't get that one to fall. Now the Warriors with it. 7-point differential. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Green. Outside Moody. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
New York ball.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Here's Brunson. It's rebounded by Golden State. And so this one belongs to the Knicks. I'm sure they would have preferred a blow.
Niggas ass out here. That shit went all the way with a bronze stuff. My shit went the bronzy. Alright, let me see. Let's get some who we riding with. Play our teams only. Let's get the Pistons. The Pistons out. Damn, I can't even use the Pistons. Gotta fuck with the Celtics. Clippers We good. We are good. We've been I get it. Let's get it.
It's an interconference contest here in the Big Apple, New York, as the Knicks play one at home. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. And that one is good from Zubac. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Something about the little guy willing to stick his nose in there. Brunson gets his team going with that kind of play.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Brunson, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Brent, we know that James Harden has won 3 consecutive scoring titles in his past. But now, he really has worked on his game and changed his game to a degree.
Well, that's true, Kevin. Also, the system around him has changed. I mean, what they leaned into in Houston for James Harden to become an offense unto himself was unique at the time. James is a little bit older. He's playing with a different set of players that bring their own skill sets, but he's much more of a passer. He led the league in assists in 2023, so all of his offensive ability has not gone away. It's just manifesting itself in a different form right now.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Done. Oh my. Banked in off the glass.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Keep it 0. Let's do right there. That nigga got a timeout. That nigga said, I need a timeout, shorty. Let me get this shit together. This probably ugly. Man, come on, man. That's all right. Take long if you want to. This nigga trying to roll a blunt. I don't know what you doing. Fuck my momentum up, nigga. I'm out here rolling. You fuck my momentum up. Let's play. Get it, nigga.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Greg Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy. Oh, and one little pump fake, and he had all the time he needed to go hard to the rack.
It's one of the most reliable moves you can make, GA. So pretty when it works.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Oh, he missed that.
Dunn misses. For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. Trailing by 10. Now, here's Hart. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Harden has a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark. The kick out to Anunoby. Pass to Robinson. Stolen by Harden. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Oh.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Here's Leonard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Oh, my God.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Clippers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Now here's Brunson. Hasn't made one yet. 4 on the clock. Dadier's shot is off. And Zubats has proven that, Brent, there's still a place in the league for old-school centers.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that brings some physicality, and he's been in a perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player.
Knicks trailed by 5. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And the Knicks making a change here.
Substitution for your Knicks. Mikal Bridges. Cameron Payne.
58 seconds left in the first. Pass to McBride. Here's Bridges. From downtown, drills the three-pointer.
Open this window out, nigga.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Payne. Now, here's Bridges. Offline with his 3. From deep, Harden. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, you better be right up on James Harden, or else he's going to bury these threes, and he will do it in bunches.
Now, McBride. Pass to Achua. Stolen by Harden. Up in time, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. James Harden getting it done for the Clippers. He got into double digits for the Clippers. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle. And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Knocked loose. Here's McBride. Still yet to score. The shot misses. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Simmons. Buries it down low.
Ben.
Simmons got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
And that's Simmons at his best. So good at navigating the open floor.
Here's Bridges. Achua in the corner. Shoots over Batum. And that one comes up a bit short. Pass to Mills. And here's the fast break. Here's Payne. New York, no good that time either. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Second backcourt violation.
This nigga quit. Get these bombs out of here, huh? Alright. I don't want to use OKC. That's just OD. Let's use. There you go. Indiana. I'm gonna fuck with the boys. I'm gonna fuck with the boys. Every time I play a team, I gotta play against them after. That's pretty. That ain't right. That ain't right. Let's get it.
This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Tip-off goes to the Clippers.
They keep making me play the team I just played. It's crazy.
Harden scanning the floor. Back to Zubats. Out to Leonard. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Here's Halliburton. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Up top, Harden. Siakam pulls down the board.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Okay, go at them niggas
A
down.
nice shot by Halliburton.
Halliburton has a nice combination of smarts and skill. Makes him a cagey scorer.
Wow, it's good.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
There's a screen by Turner to the paint. Outside for Halliburton. Off target from outside. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's Supreme Court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, B.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is provided. And it's feel as much as it is skill. Feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
So interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's Halliburton. There's a screen by Turner. Poke loose. Halliburton with the ball. And it's Leonard picking him up. Clock at 4. Siakam for 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And they're on the break. Here's Dunn. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
James Harden.
And it's Indiana's ball. Trailing by 4. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal, and I don't ever set limits. Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you. Good stuff there. And the Clippers making a change here. And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
If you want to know how clever Harden is as a player, just take a look at his one-on-one game, the way he can pretty much beat any defender. Quite impressive.
Shot to stop the run. Halliburton's shot is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Harden. Out to the wing. A minute 39 left to play in the first quarter. Pacers trail by 3. And a foul call on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Nice job by Halliburton, showing you the toughness that time, going right into that defense and drawing the foul.
And Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness, he is tall for a point guard.
Yeah, and you see that across the league, Brian. More and more teams making sure they get size on the perimeter. I mean, they're looking for length in the backcourt, and if you can find it in your point guard, that's even better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for long, elite-level point guards.
Here's Powell.
Indiana foul. First personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Clippers.
On defense, the Pacers. 4-point game. Leonard. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3. And Halliburton has got the ball here for Indiana. To the middle. Here's Toppin.
There you go. Too little.
Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out. You get your feelings hurt.
It's Simmons with a drive. Out to Leonard. Left side Simmons. And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Down low. And then Turner with the dunk.
Really adept at rolling after setting the screen. Turner, a difficult cover in these pick and rolls.
Pass to Zubac. Now Bogdanovic. Jones from outside. Hits a three-pointer.
Jones Jr. for 3.
And so it's Indiana with it. McConnell outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Clippers ahead.
We got.
The Clippers, 15.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Now here's Siakam. Still without a bucket. Shot clock at 5. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Nembhard. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Coffey. The rebound by Turner. Pacers trail by 5. Up top, McConnell. Turner inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Turner's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Tossing around that 250 lbs, Turner going right through the contact.
Back to Dunn. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Here's Simmons. Oh, a good look from Zubac. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. McConnell outside. Back to Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
And just a straight baller move from Siakam. I mean, shrugging off the coverage and keeping his focus on that basket.
The shot by Dunn, no good. Here's Siakam. Pass to Nesmith. Back to Siakam. And the Pacers tack on. Two more.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The Pacers have a star tandem with Tyrese Halliburton and the newly re-signed Pascal Siakam, who set his all-star point guard. His knowledge of the game and his desire to win and get better, that's all you can really ask for from a young player. Out there on the floor together, I think it's naturally just a fit. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks.
3.
Harden with a bucket.
No three is really a bad three when Harden shoots it.
Toppin outside. Pass to Shepard. To the inside. Halliburton.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
One thing that always stands out, Clark, the way Derrick Jones Jr. can levitate off the floor.
Yeah, he's got tremendous bounce. And you're right, he can just suspend himself in the air, which is unique. And it allows him to be an excellent defender because he can be 5 feet away from a guy and still bother him with his bounce and his length. And he's also become a pretty good corner pocket three-point shooter, too.
They double him with Bryant. Three-pointer, Harden. Indiana with a rebound. We've got 1:08 left in the second quarter. Leonard with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. Pass to Harden. Out to Leonard. No one near him. Mathurin with a rebound.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Halliburton, good.
Tyrese Halliburton, take a bow, young fella. You deserve it. You have been outstanding.
Oh, man.
Outside Harden. Jones sets a screen.
Play that good, bro. Get down.
Pass to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Over Toppin. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Leonard's got 7 points.
I like Leonard's shot right there. He's very comfortable from that distance.
And here's Mathurin. Halliburton with the ball. He's got 12. Jacks up a 3. Oh, you got to guard Halliburton from there. Leonard for 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Tyrese Halliburton getting it done for Indiana. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Get the timeout. Let's get this line out there.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Indiana leading by 4.
How you feeling, TJ?
McConnell outside.
How you
puts
feeling,
up a 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. On the wing, Harden. Chalk up 2 there. Give him 8 points now.
Anytime you can get Harden to look down low, that's good offense.
Now here's McConnell. No points so far. Pass to Toppin.
That's good.
That shot is off.
What you do, backboard?
So it's Los Angeles now. Outside Harden.
Oh, come
on.
on.
The tie. And the layup is good. It's a tie ball game.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden. So much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
Halliburton outside. Shoots over Harden. Misses off the right iron. Pass to Zubats. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Pass to Turner. To win the run. And then Turner with the dunk.
Oh, you can't let Turner get that deep inside. When you do, he's going to abuse you with a throwdown right on top of your head.
Turner can always wow you with a highlight play, but Clark, he's gotten better at the small things as well.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. He can shoot the three. He's always been an elite shot blocker from the day he stepped foot in the NBA. An excellent screener, but he has added small pieces to his total game in the little areas.
Powell's shot is off. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for Indiana. They trail by 3. Outside Mathurin. Back to Turner. Oh, stolen by Harden. Here's Dunn. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Halliburton looking for an opening. And Harden with the block.
Some hard-nosed defense from Harden on that block. That's sure to get the bench fired up.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance effort.
Wow.
A nice shot by Halliburton.
We hooping, fellas. Come on.
Halliburton's got 17 points.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Got us a game, fellas.
Pass to Bogdanovich.
You don't want that corner.
Harden with it.
2 minutes remaining.
Now Powell. He's covered by
You don't want
Mathurin.
that.
And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
Go.
Indiana trailing here. Inside.
Go.
Here's Siakam.
Come on,
Down
Siakam.
it goes. And a great
Go.
assist by Halliburton. He has 6.
Inside, Siakam gets the better of the defense using his agility, clearing himself a path to a shot.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Them boys still fresh. We're good.
And the Pacers making a change here.
Checking in for the Pacers.
Yeah.
Number 9.
TJ in there.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Out of bounds.
My little man right there, man.
LA ball.
There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter of the game.
Come on.
Powell for 3. Counted from distance. Powell's got his second basket of the game. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Get out of there.
These guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Now here's Halliburton. He's got 17.
Come on, yo. You tripping and shit?
No stopping Halliburton. So physical.
Very good composure and control that time by Halliburton, not allowing that physical defense to affect his shot at all.
Pass to Harden.
No way.
And
No way.
2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Yo.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Pacers trail by 3. There's a screen by Turner. Here's Halliburton. Now here's Turner. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Zubac.
Good D,
It's
fellas.
Powell on the wing. Screen by Leonard.
Good D, fellas. Good D, fellas.
Outside Bogdanovich.
You don't want that. Bogey don't want that. Come on.
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Halliburton outside. Pass to Siakam.
Dunk on his ass, man.
Siakam with the jam.
Go.
Yeah, Siakam's got a great head on his shoulders. They'd be smart to use him in that set as much as possible.
Oh, bitch.
And he
Oh,
commits
not
the
to the line,
intentional
dog.
foul. And this is his
I ain't
fourth
wanna do
trip to
that.
the free throw line tonight.
And guys, if the game
take
was
my
coming
timeout
down
off.
to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
That was dumb.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Stop, Addy.
McConnell from outside.
You got that.
Not going to go that time. James Harden, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. Back to the game.
Gave him two. Like, nah.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Leonard outside.
Be good.
To the paint. Here's Jones. Leonard outside. Pass to Dunn. 5 to shoot. No good from outside. Halliburton with the ball. And it's Leonard picking him up. Halliburton on the attack. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Now we're going crazy.
This is how you carve up the defense. Halliburton slicing to the rack with real force.
Here's Coffey. Back to Bogdanovich. Leonard for 3. Doesn't go that time. Indiana on offense. It's a 1-point game. Here's Halliburton.
Pass, nigga.
Shot by Turner.
Confident in the paint. Turner knows he can cash in from this area.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Down low. Here's Jones. And Turner with the block. Pass to Halliburton.
Oh my God.
Halliburton.
Oh my God.
Can't
Come
ask
on.
for a better look with the game in the balance.
Leonard outside. Outside Bogdanovich. From the arc. The rebound by Turner. Pacers leading by 3. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Here's Siakam. Second chance shot. And he takes it up and lays it in. And the Pacers lead by 5.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
You're hooping, fella.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. They were encouraging their team to run, look for breaks. Coach wants to see them getting into transition more. Back to you, Brian.
Yes, sir. That's game. You keep playing with me, that's game.
Great work, Allie, thanks. And it's Harden penetrating. Out of bounds, it'll be Pacers ball. Here's Indiana. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Halliburton.
Oh my God.
Here's Halliburton on the take.
Oh, you got.
Leonard pulls down the board.
I know he
Clippers
just
trail
missed
by
that.
5. To the inside. Outside for Harden.
I'm here.
Here's Dunn. Leonard outside. And Leonard throws it down hard.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Now Halliburton.
Play with these
Oh,
niggas.
and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Third personal foul.
It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Three-pointer, Harden. The Pacers pull it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Get it.
And Hallie to the hoop.
Get it.
What a big-time play by
Hallie got
Tyrese
25.
Halliburton. Simply putting his team on his back.
Screen by Leonard. This
That's
one for
tough.
3. James Harden, and that's good.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Pass to Siakam. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. The
That
Clippers
was
trail.
dumb.
And here's Leonard. Zubac's with it. He's guarded by Nembhard. Here's Dunn. Money from deep.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Out to the right wing. And here's Siakam for three. Here's Halliburton.
Oh,
the layup misses.
come
And it's
on,
power
fellas.
ball for the LA Clippers. Here's Dunn. He connects.
Well, I really admire the determination with which Dunn played. Staying confident in his shot at all times.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Nembhard, right side. Back to Siakam. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. He gets the first. And that brings him within two here. Siakam hits them both.
He's basically automatic from the line. Not the guy you want to send there now.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe.
Foul.
And they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
First free throw is good. And that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the 3-point lead.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Timeout called, the Pacers. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
There's 6 seconds left in the game. And Indiana misses again.
This nigga missed, bro.